precious.
How you knew?
Because Gopinath told us that my father should wait.
Your father?
Yes.
So that's how I got it. But I will so weak that I may catch cold.
And then if you are desiring not to, we will do. But we are just trying to follow the dictates of Shastra.
So you should follow Shastra because I'm not equal to Shastra. I should follow you, Shastra.
But we follow you, Gurudev. Whatever you say, we will do. Shastras are secondary to
What
you.
Shastra is telling?
Shastra is secondary to you.
No.
The water is warm.
Oh, then. But bring at once some tauliya.
He says he's following Shastra, he's just trying to follow his heart, man. Shastra.
What are you doing there?
I have to see you. It's a perfection of my eyesight.
To do with kirtan, that it will come in my ears, and then I can wear this thing. Otherwise, I am qualified to.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I was just going to get my camera so that I could keep your picture of your day.
বলছে ক্যামেরা আনতে আপনি ফটো তুলবো
I want to know your all
This is
son
my grandson,
and daughter.
grandson Vishnujana. This is my oldest daughter, Garangi. Garangi, eldest daughter, yes.
And you should stand.
And this is my eldest son, Gohari. So there's, and then this is my son-in-law, Sri Das,
Very good.
and her husband.
Very good.
And then next is Nityananda, your disciple. And then
Your name will be Nityananda Das. Das Prabhu ki.
and then it's my son, the Singha Das.
Oh, very good.
And then we have two daughters, Gopal Balava, Gopal Balava. This is Gopal Balava, and then this is Govinda Devi.
Govinda Devi.
Yes. Govinda Priya Devi. And this is my wife, Shikandi Devi.
This.
That's it.
That's all?
Who is she?
Nityananda.
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 And Shikhandi Devi is where?
Right here.
Where? Your Prabhupada gave this name Shikhandi.
Yes.
You know Shikhandi?
I know it's Arjuna.
Huh?
Arjuna is also Sekandi.
No.
Then there was Amba.
The brother of
Brother.
Draupadi. Shikhandi also.
I see. Just
Bhishma Pitama wanted to give marriage to two brothers, but one was dead and one was their Chitranga, Vichitravirya, and he conquered Kashi and took very three beautiful young ladies. One of them, she wanted to marry another person, but forcibly he took three and he took in his kingdom, and he wanted to marry his brothers, but the first daughter, she told that I will marry you because you have conquered me, you have taken me, not any person, because I wanted to marry some another king, but forcibly you have taken me. Her name was perhaps Amba. And Ambarika and Ambika. They were married to Vichitravirya, but she never. She went to Parsuram. Then Bhishma Pitama refused that I have given word to my father and my mother Satyavati, I will not marry. Then he went to Parsuram and told that Bhishma Pitama is your disciple. He had taken me forcibly, so I want marry to him. But he refuses, so make anything arrangement. He told us, you are telling the truth. I will tell him marry. He called Bhishma Pitama, and Bhishma Pitama came, and he ordered that if you had forcibly taken her in the battlefield, then you should marry. He would refuse it. That I have promised not to marry in my life. So I can. Then you will have to fight with me. Oh yes, I can fight, but I cannot. You have given me life by telling so, and he became ready to fight with him. Parsuram has conquered the whole world and slaughtered all the Kshatriyas 21 times. So he knew that I am so powerful. So he wanted to conquer, to defeat the Kshatriyas. But up till now, Ram has taken that all power which was invested in Parsuram. Because he was Saptavesh avatar, and that is why he has killed Kshatriyas 21 times. But when Ram appeared, skillfully he took all the power which was invested in him. So now he was only pursued, not Ram. So this fact he did not know. So when there was a fight between Bhishma Pitama and Parsuram, Bhishma Pitama was so high class of Vaishnava, devotee. Even if anyone Krishna can come, Krishna cannot defeat him. Krishna will to be conquered, defeated. Because if there is any fight between Krishna and his Bhakta, like Jashoda, like Sridham Sudam, always Krishna is defeated. But yet, yeah, Parashuram was not defeated, but they were equal. So many days, months and months went on one battle, but Parashuram could not defeat him. At last, Brahma and all other demigods came and told Parashuram that you should stop, don't disturb Bhisham Pitama. You should be merciful to him and don't disturb. Then it was a Shulanama compromise. It was compromise. Amba saw that his wishes were not fulfilled. She get a cause that next birth I will come and I will be the cause to your death. So she came as a younger brother and sister of Draupadi and Drishtadyumna. He has the shape of man, but he was unique. So he was not a man or woman, both in the middle. And Bhishamitama has done promise that if any woman will come, unique woman will come, because he was sin like woman. So if any one lady will come, I will not take my weapons and I will not fight first. So in Mahabharata Yuddha, that Amba came in the shape of Shikhandi. And then when Arjun and Bhisham Pitama was fighting, she began to fight with Bhisham Pitama. And then Bhisham Pitama stopped fighting. And then Arjun, so, and at last he left his weapon and went on Sarsajya. Sarsajya, you know? He told Duryodhan, I will not fight. I am so much wounded. So I want a cord and bait. Duryodhan became so pleased, happy, and he went and brought so many quills and all these things. Mattress, so thick and so soft. Then he told that, I don't need. Call Arjun. Then Arjun was called Arjun. And he told that, I want some bait. Because now it is, sun is in south. I want that sun should be come in north. Then I will have my. So Arjun advanced and so many arrows came like this and he took on that bait. Then he told Duryodhana again, I want a pillow. He brought pillow, but he told that, oh, this pillow will not do. Then he told that, give me a pillow. He made his arrows like such a way that it became like this here. And here he rested. Again he became pleased. Oh, I want some water to drink. Duryodhana told that, say you have done, now I will bring water. He brought water so delicious, sweet. But he said, this water will not do. Call Arjun, then Arjun came and, oh, can you give me some water? Yes, why not? And he took his arrow and he gave in the earth, and at once a flow came out of the earth, and it was going on the mouth of Bhishma Pitama.
Bhishma Pitama. No? Oh, I am now satisfied. When battle was fought, everyone saw Duryodhana and all were killed. Then Maharaj Yudhishthira became so worried. Why you have taken this kingdom only with blood? So much blood. I don't want. I am happy. He at once declared that I will give up my body. Then all became unhappy. Krishna took him and came to
Bhishma Pitama.
Bhishma Pitama. At that time, Krishna sat on the vision of
Bhishma
Bhishma
Pitama.
Pitama very near. A Pandava and Draupadi were sitting on the
Lotus.
lotus feet of Bhishma Pitama. Then Krishna told that you should tell something to satisfy Bhishma Pitama. And to Yudhishthira Maharaj and Pandava, they are so worried because they think that we are cut out, lakhs and lakhs heads, and due to this so many widows are now, and now the children will be burn Shankar, you know, and thus whole world will be destroyed. Then he told Krishna, Bhishma Pitama, that at last you should tell some teachings. When he became ready to tell, Draupadi began to laugh something, smile in her way, like this. Because she was daughter-in-law of Bhishma Pitama, granddaughter. So she was doing like this, and Bhishma Pitama at once saw and told, why you are, my dear darling daughter, why you are laughing? Then Krishna told to Draupadi, you can clearly say what you are. She told that, now you are giving so much
Advice.
religious courses here. Very good religious things. teachings are given. We in Paramatma, why this battle was done and everything. But where this knowledge of religion, when my
What was touching?
the demons were taking my belts and everything, was and used to make me naked, where those intelligent and these teachings were, he told very gently, darling daughter, at that time, I have taken very bad chapati of Duryodhana. Understand you? I have taken at that time everything given by Duryodhana. And it was so poisonous. It was Vishay and I too, at that time, my blood and everything, flesh was of that thing. Very bad thing. So my mind was at that time so poisonous. So I forget all this. But now 6 months have been passed. My that blood, flesh, everything has gone out. Arjun has given so many arrows, so all blood has gone out. And 6 months, everything. I have not taken water, not even anything of Vishay. Now I see that is why. And only I am telling, because Krishna is here and he has prayed for my heart and I have no relation with Duryodhana and any. I have always said to Pandavas, even in battle, and I have given benediction that
you will be victorious. I know that where is Krishna, where is Dharma, the victory is also there. Amba was there. Amba as the second. So he was in so much favor of Arjuna and Krishna. She was also involved. Bhisham Pitama was very, very high class. Devotee but Jnani Bhakta. Jiva Goswami has told Bhisham Pitama, in Bhisham Pitama, some demons were there, introduced. And that is why he suited Krishna here and there. Otherwise, at that time his bhakti was gone and demons were passing. Bhisham Pitama was Bhakta, but Jnani Bhakta. He knew that if I will give any arrow, Krishna, but he is transcendental. His everything is transcendental. So this arrow could not touch him. Only general person will see that I am fighting with him and I am giving pain to him. But actually not. It's transcendental. But not the soul. Says that all. That not done. Any devotee of that kind, any devotee. So, but yet he has prayed Krishna at that time when he was sitting on the chariot of Arjuna. So many things like pressure. So devotee take him like you. But Krishna has no appetite, Krishna has no pain, Krishna has never be hungry. He is out of death and birth and he is the creator of creators. That is his good, only Jnani. But not Madhu Bhakti. Gautama Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Bo Hare Bo.
Hare
Can you tell? Bhisham Pitama was superior or Arjun was superior in devotional activities?
Arjun was superior.
How?
Because
Was his forefather?
as you just explained, Bhishma was Gyani Bhakta,
And he?
and Arjun, he had relationship more intimate in Sakyaras with Bhishma than because Gyani Bhakta.
Patras.
Sakya, Arjun Sakya,
Bhishma?
Bhishma is Gyani Bhakta, so there's no prominent ras. Whereas with Arjun,
Anything? Yes. He's telling Siddhant.
He's telling Siddhanta, because Arjun was very near and dear to Krishna and serving him very close by.
Anyhow, he was service like Bhisham Pitama.
Right.
Janavat, but like servant, Dasharas. Mixed with Gyan, and Ashwarya Gyan. Here Gyan Bhakta means not Gyan. They were not impersonalists. They only think that Krishna is Supreme Supreme. And he is so powerful, and he is transcendental, no relation, nothing. As Arjun, Dasya, but not prominent, Sakya prominent. So he was more superior than Bhisham Pitama.
Gurudev, are you saying that a devotee's aspiration is more of an indication of his heart than his actions?
But your
That
leader is so high.
That a devotee's aspirations, what he is desiring, what
Desiring, what he
wants, is more of an indication of his heart than his activities?
it may be.
Because Bhishma was acting.
Something interior and something out.
But Bhishma was acting like shooting arrows and as Gyani, but he was saying so many things about conjugal relation. So you said he was taken.
He's taking, but his activities never seem like us. Never.
তাদের বিভূতি বিষ্ণু পিতা জ্ঞানী ভক্ত অর্জুন জ্ঞানী ভক্ত শুদ্ধ ভক্ত প্রেমী দাস ভক্ত প্রেমী ভক্ত প্রেমী ভক্ত
Premi Bhakta, not Premi, Prematu, like Uddhava, Prematu. Premi Bhakti is
হনুমান
Hanuman and
প্রেম কর ভক্ত
Prem Parva is more superior than Hanuman, more.
বিষ্ণুদাস ঈশ্বর জ্ঞানী ভক্ত
Arjun, to Arjun, Krishna and English.
sometimes he can serve Arjuna because Krishna is in-law, brother-in-law. Krishna married his sister, very near and dear. But Bhishma Pitama cannot impress. He doesn't leave. Arjuna can do only at the time when he is seeing universal form. Otherwise, he can sometimes abuse Krishna, like a brother-in-law. Some delivery has joke. But Krishna Pitama cannot do. He will be always great.
Sure, Gurudev. You mentioned that the demons had entered Bhishma Dev when the arrows were being shot. But in the Bhagavatam, it's stated that Krishna was experiencing that like kisses, like bite, like lovers.
Because Jiva Goswami has explained Srimad Bhagavatam. He knows more than us. What he has explained, it is true to extent. Because he is the authority.
না উনি বলছেন চক্র ঠাকুর বলছেন উনি গোপীনাথ আলিঙ্গন করছেন যে উন্নন্দ সংগুলোতে
Directly he is not told. Vishwanath Thakur has taken essence. Like Gopis told that I want to be deer. Because deers have so much affection for Krishna. And serving. Clouds are serving. Demigods' wives are serving. But actually, what is the actual position? There were more dear than gopis to Krishna. But they are seen with love and affection eyes. They are more superior. So they will not be superior. Actually, by the word, it has not been told that like gopis. But Vishwanath Chakravarti is so expert and always observed in gopi bhav that he had taken the meaning to that. But Jiva Goswami is told that demon was in him. So this is the characteristics of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. This grass is so superior than me. That grass, it touched by Krishna feet, but I have never been touched. Gopis are dead. So grass will not be Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw or Chatak Parvat in Puri, a heap of sand, and he told, he is Govardhan, and he became so much active. But that was not heap of, that was not Govardhan. We don't see there that. It was for Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had told like so we have so much honor for that.
So the influence on Bhishma, would I say like when demons entered him or like
Jiva
this?
Goswami has told.
So, but is that is the influence of Yoga Maya?
Yes.
Yes. To enhance the pastimes.
Not Mahamaya.
Yes. And also Arjuna in Braj Leela is Gopa.
No, he was not.
Arjuna is not Gopa in Braj Leela.
Different Arjuna.
Yes, he was. So partly very little was in this.
I see.
Very, very good.
I see.
He wanted to be a gopi. So sometimes in Purans we see Arjun Gopi. you can come and talk with us.
Apple.
Arjuna was also Nara, and Nara Narayan.
Who's he?
It's offering.
We have a little bag
Srila Gurudev, you said that Chitraketu is very, very exalted devotee, but he had very little sadhu sangha. Where was his sadhu sangha? You said Dhruva Maharaj had 2-3 minutes, Prahlad Maharaj had 60,000 years, but Chitraketu is superior than all of them. But
Because after he was liberated by the teachings of Shankarsan, he was always with superior associations, and from lakhs and lakhs years, not only 60, 100, 1,000 years.
so when he met Parvati and Lord Shiva, it was after many, many, many thousands years.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, connection with Bhakdev Prabhu, Shankarsan, association. He knows all the pastimes of Krishna and everything. Always hearing from him. Gaur Praman. We should pray that, O Krishna, please mercifully manage that we will have very pure and advanced association of true Vaishnava. Rashid and okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Why you are leaving me? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I only got legs.
We are on the top of hill. You should learn how to do kirtan of what kirtan? Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari. You can sing?
They sing very sweetly.
Huh?
Very
They
sweet.
always sing
And
about
also Namami Nandanandanam.
Fun.
And I will see all the kirtan. I will hear there.
Okay.
You should sit on that and you should. Your mother sings so well.
Yeah.
So well. And that is why our daughters are like that. Very good to you. You also sing?
Awesome.
You? Good singer?
Good preacher.
Good preacher.
Kirtan.
We are now on the...
My father.
Your father? We are on the top of this mountain here. From here you can see here.
Yes, everywhere you can see.
Where is temple?
Next door that way.
Slightly down the hill.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Jai Guru Deva.
Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva.
10 goats and 2 doves.
Oh. No.
Take your presents as their blessing. That's all right. They're behind the house.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Oh, Premanandi.
Seems that your health is good here, though.
We will keep decorating our home ashram, make the hill for next year so much more beautiful.
That book. It's always behind us. I don't want that to be put in my head. पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय पदभक्ताय श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं ददाति सततं आदानस्तेनं दन्तेरीदं जाते पुनः पुनः श्रीमद्रूपदाम्भोजोले स्यात् मम जन्म In text 7, we have read the explanation of Swami that we are all diseased persons. The diseases are of two kinds. One in this material body and another is in heart. Devotees, then those who are real devotees, they don't worry for bodily disease. Only they care for what disease? And that heart disease, what is that heart disease? If mind is cleaned, then everything is okay. If heart is cleaned, having this duplicity and others what?
Hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy, more
And not diplomacy.
you have come. Very good.
Shodananda
We all,
is here also, Maharaj.
very Jasodana. Very good. Only we are lacking of you 2, 3, 4. Now I think that our classes, our new class is full. So, our real disease is in our heart. And what is that heart disease?
Avidya. Ignorance.
Hridarog. Srila Vyasdev or Srila Sukadeva Goswami has cleared it. Here, in heart, so strong disease, that Hridarog. Hridarog means Kam Rog. What is Kam Rog? Lust. Lust for worldly things. So if duplicity, hypocrisy,
Diplomacy.
to cheat others, this motive is there. This is dangerous. Anyone is full of ignorance, he is weak, no harm. He should be sincere. And if a man is has so much duplicity and all these bad things, he cannot progress. Never. He may do 1 lakh of harinam, whole day doing all these things. But he will always try to cheat others by worldly things, to take money, to have praise, that his name and fame should worldly go here and there for these things. Because he is not sincere. Especially the lust. How it will go? Only there is one way. To chant name in the association of any higher Vaishnava who has cleaned his heart, whose heart is cleaned and purified. He has so much developed his Krishna pride in his guidance always, obeying him, being in Vrindavan, if not by outwardly, inwardly, by mind he should be in Vrindavan. Then this heart will be clean. First bhakti will come and then heart will be clean. Don't think that we will clear our heart, everything will go away, then bhakti will come. Never it is. This is not authentic Siddhant. And bhakti will come gradually, and by the power of bhakti itself, without any effort,
this Hritarog will go. Idancha Vishnu, Idancha Vishnu, Saddhanvita, Anushriyat. Saddhanvita Anushriyat means with Saddha, with great honor, sincerely. Anushriyat, Anushriyat means always, continuously here. How? With so much affection and love and honor. To be established in that always, continuously, without break. Then Anushya Athavarnayeja, and after that he is what? Describing. What thing? It has been told in the Ras Leela Prasanga. At the last, when Ras Leela was ended, stopped, and after that, Sukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj. Those who will not hear, they must hear. The verb is that you must sunyat. If you are not doing Sraman, not hearing, then it is like a offense. Because author is telling, Sukadeva Goswami is telling, Vyasa is telling, and you are not obeying. So you must hear. And after hearing, Sunyat Atabarni Dija Bhakti Param Bhagavati Pratilabdha. Then he will have bhakti first. And then Tilabdha Kamam. Then Kam comes. What Kam? Kamana Prem of Krishna. First will come. And all the hridaro, all bad desires, anything, ignorance, everything will go away. If you are not hearing the pastimes of Krishna, Satang Prasangamam Varjasam Vidau, it is so powerful. You learn not to do anything else. Parikshit Maharaj never did anything. He only heard, and by this he went to Golok Vrindavan and served Krishna. So Anishwarya, you will have to hear this thing. And by this, you will know all Tattva. Jiva Tattva, Maya Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Yoga Maya Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prem Tattva, Sadhana Tattva. Everything will know. And then, gradually, Sadhana Bhakti will come. After that, Bhav Bhakti will come. And after that, Prem Bhakti will come. And Krishna will be controlled by that very Bhakti. If anyone is trying, only trying, what trying? To give up this disease. But this disease is crazy, developing and developing. We should come in a proper process. And this is to hear. So he is telling, the disease in heart. If mind and heart is playing, everything is playing. Don't take 20 times bath in sea or anywhere. It will not do. Because fishes live always in water and they are so much impure and they have so much durgandha. No? If a fish will come, jump from water and it will come. Oh, very nonsense one will come. So always watching and it will not do. To clear the heart is only medicine. What? Nivattatarshai rupagi yamana bhaushadhasrotri manobhirama kauttam sloka gunanuvadat umanja virajeta pasu. If he is Vishayi, He is coming, having so much desire. Offensive, anything, bhakta, nirvisheshvadi, anyone, he should hear and chant. That is the sloka in Bhagavad also. Ki kami vishayi nirveddava harinam sankirtani saptika sreshta. Etat nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuto bhayam yoginam nipanirnitam harer namanukirtanam harer nam cheto darpan marjanam bhavamahadavadin. It will come from name. If we want that we should clear our heart, cheto darpan marjanam bhavamahadavag nirvapanam. We will do all these things and after that we will chant Harinam. Absurd. You should, what you are, in where you are situated, in what stage you are, Kami Vishayi Bhogi, Durjan, all you are, you should be, no harm. Be sincere and then chant Harinam in the guidance of any Vaishnava. Cheto Marjanam Bhavati, after that Cheto Marjanam is visible. Bhavamahadavagni, the fire of world will be extinguished. And all kinds of virtues will come. Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. Then Vidya Vadhu Jivanam. Who is Krishna? He is the Jivanam of Vidya Rupi Vadhu, of Srimati Radhika. All Vidya, essence is Srimati Radhika. He is Radhini Shakti. So without name, she will not come. Vidya Vadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam. The ocean of, endless ocean of Ananda, pleasure will come. And then in there in webs we will play for more things. And at last we will dive in ocean of love and affection. Never we will come to this moment. So begin Harinam where you are, from body, and try to be sincere, not duplicity. Don't want any money, vaibhav, or any worldly things. But we will be strong for this only by chanting and remembering and hearing. First hear. If we are not hearing all these things, we will not be strong. So we must hear and try to obey. The conclusion is that what? In order to get free from material desire, you should read in 72nd. In conclusion, it is that.
The conclusion is that in order to get freed from the material disease, one must take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra.
Don't try all other things. Don't tell that we should clear and then we will chant Harinam. Nowadays this is going on. We should not Harikatha. We should not associate. We should clear our heart and then chant Harinam. Never. If we have not come, we have heard from this, we have not come to be in one stage forever. We should try to be from Kanishta to Madhyam, Madhyam to Uttam. If you are not trying and you want to be always, forever, eternally in Kanishta, oh, it is good for you. But we will never wait for this. Always we should try to develop our Krishna consciousness. The key is in the hand of Uttam Vaishnava. So we should try to be in his association, always here. This will do very quickly. Go on.
The Krishna consciousness movement is especially meant for creating an atmosphere in which people can take to the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra.
But if we will make this atmosphere of Krishna consciousness inquiring ourselves, having no honor for any Vaishnava, no faith in anyone, then atmosphere will go on. It will be ruined. And another for new for not fight are those who are sincere, they will go out of this Krishna consciousness. Now it is going on. So we should try to reform us, to honor all Vaishnava. Those who will come, oh, very good atmosphere. We should chant Hare. And if you are engaged in self, what? Hope? Enjoyment. Others are not so foolish that they will not know. They will know. And thus they will hate and they will go on. Only the bogus persons will come, and first they will be there and they will make money, and after they will also. So we should be like chaste, bona fide Vaishnava. Especially those who are preaching. They should be like this. So he wanted to do his Krishna consciousness movement especially meant for the creating an atmosphere in which people can take to the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. One must begin what?
One must begin with faith. And when this faith...
What faith? What faith? What is faith? What is faith? That my chanting of Krishna name will give everything in my whole life. My life will be successful. Then there will be no need of going to university, impersonal university. Only to go to the school of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and Haridas in the university of it will enough. So Krishna can give anything in this world. We have seen Valmiki. He has faith in Krishna and his life was successful. Agastya took one chullu of water of sea, and he took all the water. Shankar and Brahma doing all these things functions only by the grace of name grace. Swami Ji Maharaj preached everywhere by the serving his holy master and preaching Krishna name and doing Krishna name. He was not worldly qualified. World has rejected him, his wife rejected him, his sons rejected him because he could not make any money. They all rejected him. But only name, in whole world he is worshipped by these things. We should try to be like that. That fact be. Like Haridas Thakur, he was beaten in 20 markets and his blood went, flesh went, only bones were there, and he still chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. The person who was beating him, he told that, Prabhu, you should die, otherwise my whole family will die. Oh, yes, I am dying. And he became like that person. They threw his body in Ganges. And they were now so satisfied and told to Kaji that, oh, we have done marvelous, and he now that we have throw his body in Ganges. After 1 hour they saw Haridas Thakur again in so healthy and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram,
again chanting, and he came from the Ganges and went to his place. All their contact. How it became? He was dead, no bone, nothing was there, and still he is coming like before, more healthy. Then they told that he is Jinda Peer. Jinda Peer means a person who is like demigod in his life. A man can be by his impressions, activities, after so many long time, long so births. But in lifetime he became like demigod. So, you know, Augusta, he did like so. A bird told that my ex, she has taken, and he is not returning, and the bird was weeping. Augusta Rishi told to she, went to see her. Oh, she is so weeping, you should return. Yes. But he never heard. Then he took water and took it. Whole she was dried, and that egg was given to him. So, you know that the history of Sanatana Goswami, he threw his Chintamani in Jamuna and he was chanting Hare Krishna. He never remembered that I have a Chintamani anywhere. No use, because there are so many Chintamani. What these Chintamans were? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So you will have a form, strong belief that by name everything can be achieved. Liberation, Swarga, Vaibhav, Rajya, anything. Want to be president of not America only, but the whole world by chanting. Have a strong faith of this. But we have no faith. When we go to serve Gurudev, 75 we keep in our pocket and 25 give him. Gurudev does not know or not know. Krishna knows or not know. They are cheating Krishna and Gurudev. Why? How they will be successful in this? So have a faith on name. Then.
And when this faith is increased by chanting, a person can become a member of the society. We are said.
How his mood was so high. And now he is saying, he will be very sad. That they are not honoring any Vaishnava. What to tell Kanishta Adhikari? They are not going to honor anyone. So, we are
sending Sankirtan parties all over the world, and they are experiencing that even in the remotest part of the world, where there is no knowledge of Krishna, the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra attracts thousands of men to our camp. In some areas, people begin to imitate the devotees by shaving their heads and chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra only a few days after hearing the mantra. This may be imitative, but imitation of a good thing is desired. Some imitators gradually become interested in being initiated by the spiritual master and offer themselves for initiation. If one is sincere, he is initiated.
If one is sincere, but he is not sincere, he will be cheated. I think that I have been, Gurudev has given mantra and I am initiated. Now I can initiate anyone. How process, he knows, outwardly knows the process. He brings tulsi, keeps there. He brings from market very big
Chanting bead. Chanting bead.
mala, very big. Not only some. When I get some smaller from market, they from Radhakund or anywhere of 500 rupees. Oh, big. I cannot take in my hand. They thought that by doing so, Krishna will at once come. Krishna cannot come in 100 rupees. So, if any is sincere, he will chant on like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his copin's gown.
Make it not anywhere.
But even for us, Tulsi Mala is so sacred and powerful. We should try. But don't use so many big. Smaller, not so big, not so small. Very easy. And try to take the mood of your Gurudev and serve him. His words. I took initiation and at some time, after some months, I left my Gurudev and I became myself Guru. No, this is not initiation. So
if one is sincere, he is initiated, and this stage is called Bhajana Kriya. One then actually engages in the service of the Lord by regularly chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 16 rounds daily.
We are told what is the meaning of 16 rounds before.
Minimum 16 rounds, nothing less.
To bring them in. And for Western country, devotees only, not for India. Gurudev never touched. We have not heard. We heard from only Swami that 16 at least. Because they are always engaged in all these things. So far, they had no time. So at least you should chant 60. That it means not that if you are chanting 17, then you are doing offense. Some they told me that it is a very big offense to disobey Swamiji because he had told that you should chant only 60. So don't do like this. Otherwise you will go in the party of Narayana Maharaj. He will tell that you should chant 1 lakh. Don't do, otherwise he will kick out.
Should I read what he said?
Yes.
What he said there about chanting? About
No.
Just continue.
They know, that's all.
Chanting 16 rounds daily and refraining from illicit sex, intoxicants.
This is clearing of heart. We should try to realize all these things properly. What?
Meeting.
And refraining from illicit sex. What?
Intoxicants.
And
meat eating and gambling. By Bhajana Kriya, one attains freedom from the contamination of materialistic life. He no longer goes to a restaurant or hotel to taste so-called palatable dishes.
But we see now in hidden way they go to restaurant and they do so many bad things. They should be satisfied by Mahaprasad Mantra.
Nor does he care to smoke or drink tea or coffee. He not only refrains from illicit sex, but avoids sex life entirely. Nor is he interested in wasting his time in speculating or gambling. In this way, it is to be understood that one is becoming cleansed of unwanted things, anartha nivritti. The word anartha refers to unwanted things. Anarthas are vanquished when one becomes attached to the Krishna consciousness movement. When a person is relieved from unwanted things, he becomes fixed in executing his Krishna activities. Indeed, he becomes attached to such activities and experiences ecstasy in executing devotional service. This is called bhav, the preliminary awakening of dormant love of Godhead. Thus the conditioned soul becomes free.
If sadhana is done to realize bhav, to attain bhav, then it is sadhana, otherwise not sadhana. Understand? We should know at first what is sadhana, what is our object. First our object, then sadhana bhakti. We should know all these things. What is bhav? What is prema? Then you can do anything for attaining bhav, then that will be sadhana. And if you want to attain prema from the stage of bhav, then it will be bhav bhakti, otherwise not. So we will have to know all these things. Whole life, sadhana bhakti, and not that sadhana bhakti is real, not for bhakti, sadhana bhav bhakti. Then it must be not sarup siddha bhakti. It will be in the category of arup siddha or contaminated with karma and jnana and jog, tapasya and all of that. Not pure. If you are not going to a high stage of Vaishnava, how we can know all these things and how we can enter in practice it? So he is called then bhav.
The preliminary awakening of dormant love of Godhead. Thus the conditioned soul becomes free from material existence and loses interest in the bodily conception of life, including material opulence, material knowledge, and material attraction of all variety. At such a time, one can understand who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and what his Maya is. Although Maya may be present, it cannot disturb a devotee once he attains the bhava stage.
Maya cannot touch that devotee. Sometimes an occasion can come that he should be angry, but he will not be angry. There are some symptoms of bhav, where whether really you have attained bhav or not. That is sloki. Shanti, abhyakthakalattam, virakti, manashunyata, ashabanda, samutakanta, namagane, sadaruchi, asakti tadgunakhyane, priti tadvasatya sthale, ityadi bhava, sujjat bhavankuridam. If there is bhav, there are some symptoms. If you are doing sadhana bhakti, there are some systems. If Krishna prema is there, there are some systems. Symptoms. You will know all these by all these symptoms. What are these systems? You will have to go to Rupa Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and or to hear from any bona fide person. Know that in the sadhu sangha, sarva shastra. Law matra sadhu sangha, sarva shastra. Even a very short time will change your whole life. So, what?
Maya cannot disturb a devotee when he attains
Maya
the
cannot touch. Abhyakta kalottam, virakti, manus, on a occasion may come that you be angry, but he will not be angry. It may be sometimes that you are disturbed so much by worldly things, but totally will not be disturbed. Like Ambarish Maharaj, he was just standing one day, doing like this. The death was coming, and seeing he was so shy. Prahlad Maharaj, Haridas Thakur, you can see all these things.
This is because the devotee can see the real position of Maya. Maya means forgetfulness of Krishna, and forgetfulness of Krishna and Krishna consciousness stand side by side like light and shadow. If one remains in shadow, he cannot enjoy the facilities offered by light. And if one remains in light, he cannot be disturbed by the darkness of shadow. By taking to Krishna consciousness, one gradually becomes liberated and remains in light. Indeed, he does not even touch the darkness, as confirmed in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 22:31. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakara, Jahan Krishna Tahan Nahi Mayara Adhikara. Krishna is compared to sunshine, and Maya is compared to darkness. Wherever there is sunshine, there cannot be darkness. As soon as one takes to Krishna consciousness, the darkness of illusion, the influence of the external energy, will immediately vanish.
Actually, I was reading and getting class of this book, the nature of destruction, only for the 8th slok. My main purpose was to give an idea, outline of this slok. The purpose of all kinds of teachings. Your teaching means the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Rupa Goswami. If you are following this, to follow this slok, 7 kinds of slokas have been explained there. Only to realize this slok. So, Tannama Rupa Charitadi Sukirtanam Smrityo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyojya Tishtana Praji Tadanuragi Jananugami Kalam Nae Dakhinami Tityu Padeshataram. Look with that Goswami telling and now telling. The summer chapter, all Upadeshas taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. By this slok, you can attend easily Krishna prema, which is your life of goal of our life, object of our life. So he is telling, Tannam Rupa Chaitanya. Read the translation.
The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Braj, Goloka Vrindavan Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service.
You will explain it. I want to read one stanza, 75, in the transcendental dream. Because today, in the evening, so many persons will go. So I want to touch that thing, move, the transcendental realm of pleasure.
In the transcendental realm of Braja, one should serve the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna with a feeling similar to that of his associates. And one should place himself under the direct guidance of a particular associate of Krishna and should follow in his footsteps. This method is applicable both in the stage of sadhana, spiritual practices executed while in the stage of bondage, and in the stage of sadhya, God realization, when one is a siddha purusha or a spiritually perfect soul.
Swami is quoting here one slok of Rupa Goswami from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu for this slok. And the slok is that Seva Sadhaka Rupena Siddha Rupena Cha Atrahi Tad Bhav Lipsuna Karya Brajalokanusha. The meaning is so deep, but vivid. That Rupa Goswami is telling. That if you want to serve Krishna, then you should have a sadhana like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told. What is that sadhana? What is the process? He is telling. Seva sadhak rupena. You should serve like sadhak and also like siddha. Like we are giving an example. Rupa and Sanatan are all 6 Goswami and all Acharya, especially Rupa Raghunath. How they are serving? Sankhya Purvaka Nam Gan Atidhi Kala Prasani Krutau Nidrahar Vihar Kadi Vijitau Chatanta Dino Radha Krishna Gunasmate Madhurimandena Sammojito Prabhujivam Sri Jiva Gopalago. Swamiji always used to recite this song with tears in his eyes. Very, very honorable. With deep love and affection. Sankhya Purvaka Nam Ganatiri. This is sadhana. Of what thing? To attain bhav. Sankhya Purvaka. Not less than 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. All the associates, like Rupa Raghunath, were always daily. Sankhya Purvaka. Gan. What gan? Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava. Again, Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Govinda Damo Daramadhaveti Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam Namami Nandanandanam. Like this, 2, 3, 4 hours observed. Sankhya Purvaka Nam Gan Bandana Bhajami Radham Varapinda Netram Smarami Radham Badami Radham Karuna Paradram Tato Mamanna Sigati. Always I am doing bhajan. Why? Doing bhajan of Radhika. Always remembering Radhika lotus feet. The mouth uttering Radhe Radhe Jai Jai Sri Radhe. Why? Srimati Radhika is unlimited merciful, more than Krishna. Tavai Vasmi, Tavai Vasmi. Like to so bandana always. After that doing pranam. Ashtang pranam, Sashtang pranam. Sashtang pranam, you know? This, hands, two holding. And heart, inner heart, by speech, telling Hare Krishna, and do like this. These 8 things should be there. Then Ashtanga Pranam. To whom? Radha Govind, Radha Gopinath, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Damodar, Radha Shyamsundar, Radha Raman, Radha Gokulananda, Radha Madhav, Radha Vinod Bihari, Radha Banka Bihari ji, Radha Vallabha, Radha Girdhar. So, and the blessings of pastimes. Wait, Nand Baba Maharaj ki jai ho, Nand Baba ki jai ho, Jashoda Maiya ki jai ho, Krishna Kanaiya ki jai ho, Dau Bhaiya ki jai ho, Roni Maiya ki jai ho, Rasili Rasoiya ki jai ho, and all these things. So Barsana went, Barsana ki jai ho, Vishbhanu Baba ki jai, Kritika Maiya ke, Siddham Bhaiya ki jai ho, Ladini Mahabhav Sarupa Mama Aradhya Srimati Radhika ji ki jai ho, Jai ho, Anand Manjari ki jai ho, jai hai to all the places there. To Vrindavan, Nidhwan, Bansi Bhat, Keshi Ghat, Dhir Samir, Seva Kunja, to Bhandirvan, where Radhika was married to Krishna. So Radhika and Krishna are playing on sings to that places, to Jamuna, to Giriraj Govardhan, to Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, left side. 4 hours.
24 hours.
No, 4 hours. 24 hours, if you will there do then they will remember and they will faint. And they will roll down. Ha Radhe, He Radhe, Braj Devi Keshalavite, Nanda Sunna Shri Kalpapada Patale Kalindi Banne Kutar, Ghoshantavit Sarvato Bhedai Maha. So this is called sadhana. So these are outer sadhana. Down inner. Inner sadhana is more developed. Always sitting, playing in the webs of Radha and Krishna love, in the ocean of praying, unlimited ocean. This is sadhana. And internally where? Rup Goswami, Rup Manjari, Raghunath Goswami is. They are serving always Radha Krishna conjugal. Sometimes messaging Srimati Radhika. Sometimes Krishna is telling, come on, and these are saying, no, we will not come. They are hiding on the back of Srimati Radhika. This is service. Sometimes battle not. What service is more? Raghunath Das Goswami has told in his in his Savavadi, he has told. Paniya, Tambularpan Tadamardan Payodana Abhisharajidi, Bindaranya, Mahesarim, Tosayanti Priya, Pran Presakhi Kulad Pikida Sanko Chita Bhumika Keri Bhumi Surup Manjari Mukha Sadda. These are. So he is telling, Siddha Rupena, this is Siddha Rupena, and Sadhak Rupena, what I told, Sankhya Purvak Nam Gandha, they saw. Always in 24 hours, weeping bitterly, rolling down on the bank of Radha Kund and Shyam Kund, sometimes in Vrindavan, Seva Kund. Bansi Bhat here, on the bank of Jamuna, like these are sadhana. Only not that we should give books and 75% people in our body. In beginning, Swamiji told like all these things. Without this, we cannot go up. But forever, we will do only this and not coming in this line. That is why he sent me. He told me to go and help devotees. Otherwise, they will dry and become this Krishna consciousness, and they are going to be alive. If anyone will not taste and advance, how can they be stay in this movement? If river is not flowing and water is stopped, then it will be rotten. And after that it will dry. So bhakti is like a current. Or bhakti will surely go up, 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 up. And if it is not going by these ways, that he is telling. So we should try to realize all these things and do bhajan like this. I have given only a test very little, otherwise they will tell Narayana Maharaj is Sahaja and he is telling all of this. Flatly they will tell. I think that up to now, in 7-8 days, I am giving the Srimad Bhagavatam. What I have told. Actually, Prahlad Maharaj, Ajambi, Vishnu Bhagwan, from the beginning. But if I am not touching Braja Leela, then it is all bogus. All bogus. So I should touch something and give you some test that you should not fall down. Otherwise you will fall down. Well, first today is finished. I have given only very touch. Finish. You should be have a very little greed. And if you have greed, then I will give so much. Gaur Pramana. Why weeping? Namami Nandana. Namami Nandana, Namami Nandana, Namami Nandana, Namami Nandana, I forgot to tell one thing. Swamiji has written that even in the stage of bondage, what is the meaning? What is going to tell? In the stage of bondage, if you are
Condition stage.
So you should hear. What? Damodar Leela we must hear. How Krishna took birth in both places in Mathura and also in highway to. How he was? He tested past and errors and other things. So we will hear it in bondage stage. We will be liberated, then we will be qualified. This is wrong and totally false. So now I will explain it tomorrow.
Krishna